So last week I spoke about what is productivity, and this week I'm going to talk about utilization. So let's get started. If you're a regular visitor of my channel, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to Looplearnings. Consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. I upload 2 videos in a week. One video is about soft skill, another video is about general computer tips. Anyway, let's talk about utilization. Utilization is the third most important key performance indicator after productivity and efficiency. What do we mean by utilization? What is utilization? Simply put, utilization means how much time of the available time is spent for doing core activities. Now, there are a couple of things I want you to pay attention here. For example, available time, time spent, and the core activities. What do I mean by core activities? Well, if you are a student, your core activity would be studying. If you are a technician, your core activity would be conducting repair or maintenance. And if you are a software developer, your core activity would be writing codes, working on the application or software that you wish to develop. So there are some non-core activities as well. For example, if I talk about technician will have to fill up certain forms before start of the repair or at the end of the repair. Yes, those forms might be very important for record keeping, but they are not directly contributing in the quality of repair or maintenance that is being done on the vehicle itself. So that filling up the forms will become non-core activity, whereas working on the vehicle itself will become a core activity. Hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. So I'm not saying non-core activities are not important. They are certainly important in their own domain, but here we are talking about core activities and non-core activities, the difference in both. So how do we calculate the utilization? Well, the formula is quite simple. We'll take the actual time spent working on or completing the task, and then we will divide that with the available time and we will multiply it with the 100. So let's take a couple of examples here. Let's start with the student example. If a student, let's say, has decided to study from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., that would be available time for a student, which will be 180 minutes. Now it depends how much time actually student has spent studying about their homework. So let's say a student has started studying from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So they studied continuously for 60 minutes, 1 hour, and then they got distracted by a television or a social media post, and they spent 15 minutes and then they get back to study at 8:15 p.m. and they study till 9:45 p.m., which is 90 minutes, and then the remaining 15 minutes again they got distracted with the social media or television or whatsoever. So this will be considered as actual time. So actually technician has not spent entire 180 minutes studying. There were some non-core activities also included. So if we have this stats and we have this formula and we would like to calculate the utilization, can we calculate? Yes, certainly we can. And by using the stats and the formula, we get to know that student has utilized 83.33% of time to study, to do the core activities. So that was first example. The second example, let's go to the technician. Now when it comes to technician, let's say technician has been given a task, and that technician has to complete a task from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., which means a technician also have 180 minutes to complete the task. But technician has completed a task in just 120 minutes from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., which is fantastic because technician has completed a task before even the available time was finished. So what happens with the remaining time? Well, if technician would have utilized the time properly, or if technician would have been given a task, technician might have clocked on to that task and continue working on that task as well. So that 60 minutes which were lost could have been utilized in producing value, producing some result out of it. So if we look at the stats and the formula, the utilization would become 66.66%, right? So we are going to later look at what is the impact of low utilization as well. Now let's look at the example of software developer. Let's say a software developer has dedicated his or her time for developing software from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m., which means 180 minutes. And then this is the combination of time that software developer has worked. So 7 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. for 45 minutes, software developer has worked straight on the application or working on core activities. Then there was a pause of core activities for 30 minutes, and then the core activities resumed at 8:15 p.m. and continued till 9:45 p.m., which is 90 minutes. And then later last 15 minutes also were consumed in conducting non-core activities. So this will become an actual time. This will become an actual time. So if we look at the formula and if we look at the stats, we come up with 75% utilization of the time when it comes to software developer. So these are the few examples in which I demonstrated that if the time which was available is spent on doing core activities versus non-core activities, the utilization rate will definitely happen accordingly. If time is spent doing mostly non-core activities, then the utilization will be low. But if time is spent doing core activities, the utilization will be high. Now, what would be the impact of high and low utilization? That's what we need to understand so we can understand the importance of time. Well, if we look at the key point is, it is obvious that if you utilize 90% of your available time, you will make more profit or you will create more value out of your available time than if you have utilized only 70 or 60% of the time. The other key point about utilization is, if you utilize 70% of your time, available time, that means 30% of the time will go wasted in doing non-core activities or other activities which certainly will not produce. And the low utilization or high utilization will directly impact on the productivity and efficiency as well. So that's why utilization is extremely important. So if you have decided to do something in 1 hour, make sure that you spend 1 hour quality time doing that particular task. It could be anything that you have decided. So it is just an example I'm giving. I hope you have learned something from this video. Utilize as much available time as possible to be more productive, to be more efficient. I'm not certainly advocating that you only work. I'm certainly advocating that whatever time you have decided to be available for work or doing particular task, utilize that task only doing work and nothing else. That's what I'm advocating, and I'm also trying to practice that. I hope you have learned something from this video. Even if you have not, please do let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to get some valuable learning experience from Looplearnings. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.